Now, miles from the house, you feel your cheeks warm again at the memory. At 47, yes, you had your daughter young, but still, you never expected moments like that anymore. Not the kind that make you feel noticed in a real, grounding way. Not the kind sparked by someone who could have his pick and yet chose to linger, to listen. And yet tonight, it happened. Two brothers looked at you as if you were the most interesting person in the room, not out of politeness or novelty, but with genuine curiosity and appreciation. It wasn't loud or inappropriate. It was quiet, steady, and unmistakably sincere. The realization settles in slowly as the road stretches ahead of you. This wasn't about vanity or reassurance. It was about being seen. About remembering that your story didn't end at motherhood, or responsibility, or the passing of years. You're still here. Still present. Still capable of turning heads, not because you're trying to, but because you're fully, confidently yourself. The thought makes you smile, alone in the car, headlights cutting through the dark. Some surprises arrive late in life. That doesn't make them any less real. All things considered, it was a great night, better than the one you'd rehearsed in your head on the drive over. Reconciliation didn't happen, but something else did, something lighter, more electric, and unmistakably alive. You feel it humming beneath your skin like a private secret, warm and thrilling, reminding you that not every ending needs to be neat to be meaningful. The snow thickens as you turn onto your street, your house glowing softly at the end of the block. You pull into the driveway, switch off the engine, and sit for a moment in the sudden hush, watching flakes drift and settle across the windshield. The quiet feels earned. Inside, you drop your keys on the entry table, slip off your heels, and head straight for the bathroom. You twist the taps and let the steam bloom, warming the air. A generous glass of the same red you brought earlier waits in your hand. The emerald dress slides to the floor in a hush of fabric, leaving behind the night and all its noise at your feet. You sink into the hot water, wine in hand, and let your head rest against the cool porcelain edge of the tub. The house is silent, save for the soft, steady patter of snow brushing against the window. The heat loosens your muscles, quiets the noise of the night, and then, inevitably, your mind begins to wander. You let yourself think the thoughts you probably shouldn't. Evan's laugh returns first, warm and unguarded, replaying itself with an ease that surprises you. You remember the way he leaned in just a little too close while reaching for a plate, the casual confidence of it, the flicker of awareness that passed between you before either of you named it. You imagine what might have happened if you'd lingered longer at the door, if Chris hadn't been just down the hall, if the moment had been allowed to stretch instead of snapping back into place. Your thoughts grow bolder, though still carefully veiled. Stronger, younger hands. Eyes that don't skim past you or soften with nostalgia, but linger with clear, unmistakable interest. The quiet thrill of being wanted, not gently, not out of habit, but with a spark that feels immediate and alive. The water laps softly against the sides of the tub as you exhale, a small, almost amused smile touching your lips. These thoughts are harmless, you tell yourself. Just imagination. Just a reminder that parts of you are still very much awake, very much capable of feeling this alive. For now, you let the warmth hold you, let the snow keep its watch outside, and allow the moment to pass unspoken, uncrossed, but undeniably real. A slow smile curves your lips as you take another sip of wine. Some thoughts are probably better left alone, tucked safely away where they can't complicate things. But tonight, wrapped in warmth and candlelight, you let them drift freely. There's no guilt in it, just quiet honesty with yourself. You tighten the belt of your silk robe as you hurry down the stairs, the sudden knocking sharp and insistent against the stillness of the house. The clock on the landing glows just past midnight, far too late for visitors on Christmas night. Your bare feet whisper across the cold hardwood as you reach the door. You flick on the porch light and lean in to peer through the peephole. Two familiar figures stand huddled on your doorstep, snow clinging to their coats and dusting their hair, breath visible in the cold air. Your heart gives a small, startled jump as you straighten, the quiet house suddenly feeling much less empty. You swing the door open and gasp. Chris. Evan. What on earth? They look half frozen, cheeks flushed from the wind, breath puffing into the night air in pale clouds. Snow clings to their coats and lashes. Evan holds out your forgotten purse as if it were a peace offering, his fingers stiff with cold. I thought you might need this, he says, attempting a grin. Come in, you urge, stepping aside without hesitation. They stumble over the threshold, boots thudding against the floor as a sharp swirl of icy air follows them inside. You shut the door quickly, sealing out the howling storm, and the house settles back into its quiet warmth. How long were you out there? You ask, taking the purse and setting it on the entry table. You study them with concern, the red noses, the shivers they're trying unsuccessfully to hide. You're both freezing, you add. Do you need anything? Tea? Coffee? Maybe something a little stronger to warm you up? They exchange a glance, relief softening their expressions as the chill begins to leave their bones, and for a moment the tension of the night feels far away, replaced by warmth, kindness, and the unexpected comfort of not being alone. Evan shakes his head, teeth nearly chattering. No, please, it's nothing. You just left this behind, and oh, hush, you scold gently, equal parts touched and embarrassed. You could have waited until tomorrow. It's Christmas, and with this storm we did try to call. Chris cuts in, his voice low and rough from the cold. He nods toward the purse in your hands. But your phone, understanding dawns all at once. Of course, it's inside the bag you left sitting on their kitchen counter. The realization sends a rush of warmth through you that has nothing to do with the heater humming to life. Thank you, you say softly, looking from one of them to the other. Both of you. Truly. That was incredibly kind. The words linger in the air, simple but sincere, carrying more weight than you expected.